Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are San Diego.
Balboa Park, one of the most beautiful parks in all of this great country. You can see it just about everything there, and Chase Headley's been seeing just about everything thrown to him in this 2013 season, riding a hot 12-game hitting streak that has charged the Padres to a 10-3 run. As we look at the National League West standings, the Padres now a game and a half in front of the Dodgers, and lo and behold, only 4.5 behind the top Colorado Rockies, as we welcome you on a beautiful day here midweek at San Diego's Petco Park. Final game of the series, Miami Marlins and the San Diego Padres. And good afternoon, everyone, with Mark Grant, Dick Enberg. It's Science Fair Day, and all these bright youngsters are here at the ballpark, and they've been brewing all week a formula that would get the Padres yet another win.
And one of the formulas that's working really well for the San Diego Padres, Dick, how about runners in scoring position? It's just been a great situation for this Padre team.
They've delivered 281 pace in this 10-3 stretch, and that's about as good as any team in baseball.
You know, the one thing that sticks out in my mind in these runners in scoring position situations, the hitters are not putting the pressure on themselves. They're looking out there and saying, you know what? Hey, pitcher, you've got to come to me. And believe me, I've been in those shoes where runners are in second, third bases loaded. But another big key, they're taking walks and allowing the next hitter to come up to the plate. If it's not Cabrera, it's Headley. If it's not Headley, it's Jerko. Collectively, they're helping everybody out with runners in scoring position.
Good hitting inspires more good hitting. And can we say the thing about pitching? Same thing.
Absolutely. It's contagious. And the Padres has proven just that. Eric Stoltz, Cashner, Volquez. What's the common thread with these three pitchers in the last three starts for these Padre pitchers? They're pounding the strike zone. Fewer hits than innings pitched. Only 2 earned runs in those multiple innings by these three pitchers, and it's been quality starts as well. The one thing about Jason Marquis this afternoon, he's got to limit the walk. The last 2 starts, he's had 9 walks, fewer hits than innings pitched. So if he's got that slider and sinker working, he should be very aggressive against these Miami Marlin hitters.
And he's 2-0 in his last 2 starts. A good sign there. Well, coming up, the mystery home run. So don't wander away. Last night's game, the 5-1 win, there was actually something that no one had seen. No one saw. Mystery.
looking for the sweep against the Marlins today. I'm Laura McKeeman. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Well, part of the Padres' success last night came from Will Venable, 2 for 4 night, and one of those 2 hits, a mystery home run. It sounded like a home run off the bat, according to everyone around, but then no one knew where the ball went. In our Geico quote of the game, Bud Black and Will Venable break it down for us.
I thought I hit it pretty well, and then got a little deke from the right fielder who, he obviously lost it, and, was happy to see it go over the fence finally.
I knew we were in pretty good shape when he had his hands in the air and he didn't see the ball. So I knew one way or the other was going to be a good result. It was going to be a good outcome there. Then when the ball landed in the seats like I originally thought, I thought it was the best result possible. 2-run homer for Will.
Great for Will Venable to see his bat heating up, and he's my pick the stick today, so I'm hoping that it continues to heat up. All right, the Padres looking for the sweep, and it's Ricky Nolasco against Jason Marquis. It's all coming your way on Padres baseball. Dick Enberg and Mark Grant have the call coming up right after this.
So the Padres endeavor to close out this homestand with a 5-1 record. They've improved their home record to 9-8 with this run of 10-3. They're 8 out of the last 9 here at Petco Park. That 10-3 mark in the last 13 games ties Detroit the best in the major league. So very positive time for San Diego as Jason Marquis blows a kiss to a fan and heads on to the dugout. He's the nobleman from Staten Island. Marquis, a British nobleman.
Absolutely.
Let's hope he is royal today.
So many things have been going right for Buddy Black and his Padres, and you can see the fun that they're having on the bench. Talked to the coaches this morning in the coach's office, and it's just a feel-good story on that bench right now.
Matt Calkins, a terrific article in the UT today, used an article that Bud Black as a manager would rather crack a smile than crack the whip. I love that line. And it was high praise from the players that Bud Black just won't let anyone get down, including Chase Headley.
Buddy's amazing to play for. He's a guy that, regardless of how you're playing, it's a pleasure to come to work every day. And he, he keeps it light. He expects us to come and play hard. But if you come and play hard, then he's going to be in your corner. And I think it's a testament to him that when things weren't going well, he didn't push the panic button. He just say, hey, we'll get through this, keep playing, and we have. And he's kind of the captain of the ship, and keeps us loose and keeps us ready to play.
Bud Black, the same man that saw his team start 2-10 and 5-15, and now it's turned the positive direction, and this nice 10-3 run. Kyle Blanks chipped in the article today in the UT. This is what he said. He never makes it feel like the world is ending. As much failure as there is in baseball, and there's plenty of it. It could seem like tomorrow is the apocalypse, but he always finds a way to bring it back.
And a lot of players feed off on how the manager reacts during certain situations. And there's been some tough situations, right, as Chase Headley said and Kyle Blanks was talking about. So everybody looks down to the end of the dugout. Okay, if something messes up, you look down. How's the manager reacting? If he's kicking and fighting and scratching, that adds added pressure. Not Buddy Black. Hey, everything, just keep playing hard. Give me 90 feet. Give me a good effort, and we'll work our way out of this.
I think back to the Yankees' Ralph Houck, who had such a great reputation as a leader of many World Series championships, and what they said about Houck, they say about Black. He did everything on a one-to-one basis. If you were doing something really wrong, you went into his office. It started there, ended there. No one else knew about it. And Black can be a little tough when you get behind closed doors. But in that dugout, his demeanor is so positive and encouraging. All right, let's take a look at the Marlins lineup today, brought to you by Hyundai. Juan Pierre, then Adeiny Echeverria, brilliant looking young shortstop, the veteran Polanco, then Ozuna moved into the cleanup spot, and this is only his 9th game in the big leagues. Justin Ruggiano in center, Greg Dobbs, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Derek Dietrich just called up from the minor leagues, his first major league game. Chris Saleka last night in the 8th inning, fracturing a tip of the wrist on a tag attempt of Alonso trying to steal second, and so called up is Derek Dietrich. Catchers the veteran Miguel Olivo. He spent a few months here in San Diego, and on the mound Ricky Nolasco.
And the scouting report for veteran right-hander Jason Marquis, looking for his 3rd win in a row. Hey, take advantage of their aggressiveness. This Marlins team, they like to swing early, they like the fastball. If he's got that sinker working, pound it, he can get some early outs. Early quality strikes from Jason, and we're going to keep an eye on his mechanics. Sometimes he can fall a little bit too closely towards home plate too quickly. We'll keep an eye on that.
And a check at the Padres defense today, brought to you by Aramco Mortgage. Quinton in left. Amarista will patrol center field with Venable in right. An extra left-handed bat in the lineup with Amarista. Headley and Cabrera, 2 switch hitters, so those 2 will hit from the left side. Jerko and Alonso on the right side. Nick Hundley behind the plate for Marquis. Given the night off last night, Carlos Quentin trying to shake loose of an 0-for-18 drought. Will Venable has shown the way. He went through a similar bad patch, and he's broken out. 3 for the last 5, 2 of them home runs. Here's the veteran Pierre, tough man on the bases. You want to keep him off. 237 is average, and we are underway from San Diego. First pitch, strike. Pierre with a double and a walk in the Monday night game, and stole his 12th base. 614 steals in his career. Man.
And a lot of at-bats against Jason Marquis, hitting .268.
And he lines that one to left, slicing in front of Quentin for a base hit. Pierre, an opening single for the Marlins.
The Sultan of slap. See how Marquis threw that pitch away. Juan Pierre keeps his hand back nicely and just spanks that the opposite way. He wanted it down and in. He wanted that slider down and in. He missed down and away.
Adeiny Echeverria, the young shortstop, hitting only 188, but has a couple of home runs already. There goes Pierre. Didn't take him long. The throw by Hundley. Beautiful throw. He knocks Pierre out. That took an absolute laser on the bag to get Pierre, and that's what Hundley delivered.
That was absolutely beautiful. as you mentioned, Dick, you couldn't have placed that baseball any closer or any better. Right in front of the bag. Pierre slides right into it. Picture perfect. Way to go, Nick Hundley. Nicely done.
1 strike to Echeverria, and he hits that one to right field. Charged by Venable, and he just does get there in time. Well, a couple of good defensive plays already. Hundley's throw, and Venable started slowly and then realized that ball was dying. He had to scamper and able to catch it right off the grass.
Right out of the get-go. Great arm action from Nick Hundley. Great legs, great dive by Will Venable. And Jason Marquis now can work from the windup with 2 outs.
Works to the veteran Placido Polanco, who throughout his career has had no trouble hitting Padre pitching. .333 in 60 games against San Diego hurlers. He gets a hit 1 out of every 3 times. There's his average on the season. One ball and 1 strike. Behind the plate tonight, or today, Jordan Baker, Manny Gonzalez, Tony Randazzo, and Wally Bell on the bases. Two and 1. Polanco's now 37. From the Dominican, he's traveled well. A career .299 hitter. Up the middle, Cabrera fires to Alonso, and the Marlins are gone thanks to some good defense from the Padres. Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, where the healthy pets go. And by Farmers Insurance. Contact your local agent at 888-96-FARMERS. Bottom of the first inning, it'll be Cabrera, Venable, and Headley to face veteran Ricky Nolasco. As we check the San Diego starting lineup, brought to you by Toyota. Those first 3 have done a terrific job in these last 13 games. Carlos Quentin, everyone waiting for that big bat to awaken. Yonder Alonso, solid. Jed Jerko's 12-game home hitting streak. Nick Hundley, Alexi Amarista, and Jason Marquis, the order.
And today's scouting report is brought to you by Nissan, and that report is all about Ricky Nolasco. Good mix of pitches. The veteran, he's into his 7th year in the big leagues. He knows how to pitch, and he's got plus stuff. The fastball, slider, curveball, and split. He'll spin it up there. He'll change speeds. And this is the type of pitcher that the Marlins are looking for the last game of the series.
He'll face Everett Cabrera, who leads the team in runs, hits, walks, and triples, but yet to, in his career, pick up a base hit against Nolasco. Ball 1. Nolasco, he starts smiling as soon as he gets near San Diego here at Petco Park. The last 4 games, he's 4-0 with a 1.82 ERA. Line drive right to the second baseman. Dietrich there, and Cabrera hits it hard for an out. As we check the Marlins defense, brought to you by Hyundai, with Pierre in left, Ruggiano and Ozuna in the outfield, Polanco and Dobbs at the corners, Echeverria and Dietrich, the young double play combination, veteran Miguel Olivo behind the plate for Ricky Nolasco. Dietrich just called up from the minor leagues. He's got to be excited. That heart pumping for him. Played his college ball at Georgia Tech, just 23.
Hopefully he can button up the defense for the Marlins, because the last 2 games, 4 errors, 2 the first night, 2 the second night.
Will Venable drags the bunt. Did he get it far enough away from Dobbs? Nope. Dobbs made the tag. It has to be so exact, that drag bunt, to get it just hard enough past the pitcher and just far enough the first base bag so that you beat those 2 to first base. That was so close.
Bunted maybe just a little bit too hard. And Will does everything he can to try to get out of the way there.
And he stayed in the 3-foot path. 2 out. And here's Chase Headley. Now the Padres' top batting average, .310. 12-game hitting streak, and in the streak, batting .391. Delayed start because of the fractured thumb. But he's in full form now. Line drive off the glove of Dobbs, trickling into the corner. That will allow Headley to make it to second base for a double. Didn't take him long to extend his streak to 13. You know, he's only 3 more games away from the Padres' best hitting streak.
Well, he worked the count in his favor. First pitch was a fastball away, missing, and he spins on that one nicely.
He had 16 straight games 2 years ago, Headley, so now 13.
Hey, no problem spinning on that fastball on the inside part of the plate.
Carlos Quentin. Well, the number on his back, that's how many times he's gone hitless. 0 for 18. And in talking about how unkind this game can be, and it's a game of a lot of defeats in many different aspects, personally and as a team. But you got to look at those that break out, and when they break out, often it's with a flourish. And Venable's a good example of that. Just takes that one. He's had some line drives for outs here now in that 18 at bats.
Be interesting to see how Nolasco pitches Carlos Quentin. Be able to keep track on our Fox Tracks, brought to you by our good friends at Southland Technology, trying to keep it away. Nolasco might be thinking, you know, even though Carlos Quentin is in a little bit of a slump here, if he walks him, you got to force it any base. Even though it's a left-hander on deck, Alonso. See if he tries to consistently keep the pitches away from Carlos. Oh, he's going in here.
Oh, hit it way in. No chance to get out of the way, and a familiar scene. Quentin jogging to first base after being hit by a pitch.
Well, 2 pitches away, 1 pitch in. Got him on the front thigh.
It'd be interesting, since he's been hit so often, to have him in a pair of shorts, and then some artist put dots all over his body for all
targets,
over
crosshairs,
100 hit batsmen. Yonder Alonso, the first baseman, his average a commendable 280, and a chance to add to his RBI lead for the Padres, 21. He and Venable share the home run lead with 4. And the fastball tailing away on that outside corner.
Yeah, it looks like Nolasco getting a call there. I know Jason Marquis got a call earlier in the first inning, a sinker down and away, off the plate just a little bit.
2 on, 2 out here in the first. And one of the outs, Cabrera's line shot to the second baseman. National League leaders, the Padres, 3rd with runners in scoring position and 2 outs.
Now that is clutch.
Look at the league average, 226. So Padres way above that. Curveball.
Good curveball from Nolasco. What's that tell you? Runner in scoring position. Not afraid to break the yacker out to get ahead 1-2. Now you throw it for a strike early in the ball game. That's when you can throw it for a ball later because the hitters have it in the back of their mind. Hey, he can throw that number 2 for a strike.
250 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position this year. Off speed, had him way out in front, but he spoils it and stays alive. Jed Jerko would be next. Family picnic out in the park. Fouled into the glove of catcher Oliva. Strike 3. Now the Padres leave 2. We go to the second, no score.
And Marlins prepare to face off in the top of the second. Jason Marquis takes the mound, and just as timely hitting can be contagious, so can quality starts from a starting pitching staff. Bud Black said today that he really thinks there's something to that, and if anybody's going to be competitive, it's Jason Marquis. He said these starters are competitive in a healthy way, but they also support each other in those side sessions. So important to see that and all the encouragement throughout this staff, Dick and Mark.
That's right, Laura. And they compete against each other. Each wants to not only do as well as the pitcher before him, but even better the outcome.
And also sticking to the game plan. You know, Eric Stoltz, Clayton Richard, they do their diligent work, going over video, go over their scouting reports that Darren Balsley has for them. And if they can apply that, work on it, hey, yeah, the next guy wants to do better than the previous pitcher. Edson Volquez enjoying a big league ball game with the hat up a little bit and tilted. Love it.
Casual attire today. This is Marcel Ozuna, the 22-year-old from the Dominican Republic, replacing Giancarlo Stanton in right field. They've called him up earlier than expected, but he was burning up the Double-A league, and he's done well here in the big leagues, hitting safely 7 of 8, takes good hacks.
I thought that ball was going to roll back fair. Did you see Alonso? He was just waiting until he got past first base and then touch it.
He had a miscue there off the head of the bat. Rusciano on deck, and then Glenn Dobbs, first baseman for the Marlins here in the second. Missed away, and the count goes full. Well, here's a case in that Marquis has walked quite a few of late. On 3-2, what's he do? He lets him hit it. Fly ball left center, easily available. Marista for the out.
Friday and Padres POV, find out what it takes to become an umpire. Here you go. Plus, get an inside look at pre-game drills with Coach Dave Roberts, and hear from several Padres about the important that the women are in their lives. They're moms. I mean, they've got a lot on their plate and what they have to deal with. Friday at 3:30 on Fox Sports San Diego, presented by Sycuan Casino.
Now that's a kind of a pre-Mother's Day feature.
Yes.
You know, umpires have mothers.
Sure.
That's going to be really exciting. A lot of ball players will find that hard to believe. Justin Ruggiano. That's in there, or he checked his swing and went around, according to Jordan Baker, and the count is 1-1. Ruggiano, those numbers: 6 home runs, 15 runs batted in, best of any Marlin. Chopped off the plate. Ooh, tough bounce, and Marquis still makes the play. That was very difficult because the ball checked up on him and he was ready to field it in one position. Suddenly had to lurch forward, bare hand, and make a side wheeling throw to Alonso. Well done.
I wonder if Marquis, or maybe at first thought it was maybe a foul ball.
I thought it was.
Maybe
I
off
thought it
his
hit him.
foot or something. But hey, what a great. That ball checks up, bare hand, going from Laredo.
Ruggiano ran it out.
Oh, boy, that looks like it hit off his foot, didn't it?
Yeah, and he staggered a little bit, then he took off. Huh. Well, it's the second out. No argument from either side. Greg Dobbs, the first baseman. Veteran, 34. Takes a strike. Last year had a solid season, 285, Dobbs.
Jason going from the third base side of that rubber. It forces him to go down and away to righties, down and in to lefties, to the outside part of that plate.
Same spot.
He's got it working today.
20 pitches, and he's a throw away from retiring the side first 2 innings. Right back to the mound. 1, 2, 3. The story for Miami in the second. Coming up, Jerko, Huntley, and Amarista for the Padres. It's time for the Farmers Insurance Game Plan.
And here it is, folks, as you enjoy a beautiful day at the ball yard. Hey, keep the ball rolling. We talked about having fun in the clubhouse and on the bench, and that's carrying over to the field. And keep swinging the shillelaghs. Give some breathing room for the pitching staff. Jason Marquis today. It's been a lot of fun the last 12 games for the Padres.
And it's been fun at home for Jed Jerko, who leads it off, hitting safely in 12 straight, 395 average, and if you take all the home games, 17 so far this year, Jed hitting at 339. You know, put it in perspective, that's flirting with passing Adrian Gonzalez. The longest streak at home is 14 games. Adrian 6 years ago.
Somebody wants a baseball. They made a homemade sign that said hit it here. Love the homemade sign. Nice work. Now the numbers I couldn't tell you.
Way bad and miss. 2-2. Here's the evidence. Gonzalez 14 straight at Petco. In 2007, Brian Giles, and now Jerko tied with Eckstein and Giles. So
pretty good company there, huh, Dick?
Absolutely, for a rookie. And the count full. McConley and then Alexi Amarista for the San Diego Padres here in the second. Hit well to right, but not deep enough. Ozuna does see this one and makes the catch.
Tell you one of the craziest things, I know we talked about it earlier, but one of the craziest things that I've seen, and Dick, you've seen a heck of a lot more baseball than I have, but never have I witnessed anything like that. I've witnessed the outfielder losing and it drops like 10, 15, 20 feet away, but a home run, never.
And apparently a lot of others didn't see it go in.
Well, I know Dave Roberts didn't see it. Will Venable, the gentleman who hit it, didn't see it. First base umpire Wally Bell didn't see it.
Nick Hundley steps up. And here it is. At the crack of the bat, Venable said, I thought I got it all. Now look at, that's Ozuna. It's up there somewhere. Ground ball well off first, handled by Dobbs, and the 3-1 put out. So 2 outs here in the second. Well, it was in the dusk, and the lights hadn't taken full effect. And it was hit high, very high. And
where is it?
That's got to be just the
and then
worst
we heard
feeling.
The roar from the stands.
And Venable had bought into it. He didn't see it go in until he heard it clank around. Amarista with a couple of doubles last night. Alexi, another Padre that enjoys hitting at Petco, 320 for him in the home games this year. Overall, 242.
Thought maybe David Copperfield was in attendance or something, doing some type of big magic trick.
Pull a home run out of his hat.
Yeah.
Huh? Well, the Padres off day tomorrow. We'll head on the charter, Delta charter, down to Tampa, St. Petersburg for a 3-game weekend series with the Tampa Rays. You're getting out your seersucker and white bucks.
I think I'm going to pack it. Yeah, the white bucks. I'm breaking it out, Dick.
All right.
East Coast, Florida.
Skippy Two Shoes.
Yeah. And I'm going to wear a sweet lid tomorrow too. I'll surprise you.
Maybe I'll haul out a straw myself. Line drive, Dobbs. So the Padres hitting in tough luck today. That's the second line drive out.
Will Venable's home run yesterday, a 2-run shot that fooled everyone. A real head scratcher. Dave Roberts' take right here.
It's funny, as I saw the swing, saw the flight and the flight path, and thought it was well hit. So I thought it was a home run off the bat. So then I'm getting ready to shake his hand, and then I see the right fielder kind of camped under it, doing like, I didn't know if it was a deke or he kind of was under it, and I was like, I know the ball was hit deeper than that, because he was kind of in mid-right field, so I was kind of flustered a little bit, and then I realized that the ball was deeper than it was, and when it hit the stands, and me and the umpire were just kind of laughing about it, but I'd never seen anything like it.
All right, that's what we've always said. You come to the ball yard, and even the veterans, they see something they never had witnessed before. Derek Dietrich in his first major league at bat. He's 23. As I said, played for Georgia Tech.
Yellow Jackets.
Drafted by Tampa. And he lines one for a base hit. His first at bat, a single to right for Derek Dietrich. So they'll save that ball for the young man. First base coach Perry Hill calling for it.
As I mentioned earlier, this Miami team, the youngsters, they are aggressive. They like to swing in early. Dietrich swings early and is awarded with his first big league knock. And he got it off a veteran. I mean, this is, no slouch.
Off the head of the bat, but able to drive it over the second baseman Jerko's head. Brings up catcher Miguel Olivo. In San Diego for half a season, 2005. Miguel's had a healthy home run career. He's got 143 homers. 12th major league season.
Good double play candidate right here.
Ooh, ripped that one foul. In fact, his half year in San Diego in 2005 was his best year. He hit .304 here. Fooled him there.
Sometimes Miguel Olivo will get a little pull happy. You see his 12th season, his career numbers. You're talking about the home runs did. But sometimes he'll get a little pull happy in that slider. I think that's what Jason Marquis thinking. Slider, try to pull it. You get that ground ball to the left side. You turn two.
Dietrich has a good lead. Line drive to left. Quentin going back, and it's over his head. Up against the boards. He plays the carom perfectly. But by the time it comes in on the relay, runners at second and third and no one out. A line shot off the bat of Olivo.
See what Jason goes with. Yep, it's a slider, but he just doesn't get it down and away. And that slider didn't break enough. Not enough tilt. If he elevates that one, it's a different story. So Jason Marquis got some work to do here with runners at second and third.
Ricky Nolasco, a 141 lifetime batting average. He's knocked in 25 runs in his career, and this might be the safety squeeze situation. Headley sets up bag high, and Alonso comes to the edge of the grass at first base, anticipating a possible bunt. He's swinging. And Headley throws him out.
Nicely done. One pitch, one out.
Brings up leadoff man Juan Pierre, who singled to left to open the ball game.
You know what? I remember playing with the Giants, and Matt Williams, when he would play third base, and we saw this situation here. These guys are talking, right? Matt Williams would be standing right here. He'd be trying to get information from the third base coach. I mean, he would be just shoulder to shoulder, and then he'd go to plate his position.
Pierre likes to bunt. He takes outside.
And Joe Espada's looking in the dugout. He's flashing the signs from Mike Redmond. Now he'll go over and talk to Derek Dietrich, and Matt Williams would be right next to him. And then he would back up to his position.
With the old eavesdropping.
Yeah.
Huh? Pierre likes to drag. If he does here, gets it up the first base side, the Marlins will get a run. Bluff throw by Hundley, and the count goes to 2-0.
And with that left-handed hitter, Pierre, you've got that front door open down to third base. That's a great job by Hundley, even if it's a fake throw, to make sure that Dietrich gets back.
Young Dietrich at third. Veteran Olivo at second base. 1 out now in the top of the third. And he falls behind 3-0 to Pierre.
Boy, he's got tremendous movement on his two-seamer today.
Excuse me, Danny Echeverria is on deck.
Well, Mark Sweeney's down by the Padre dugout. And Mark, you and I and Trevor Hoffman, we were talking in the clubhouse today, talking to Willie Blair, the bullpen coach.
And he walked him. Bases loaded, with the Marlins giving their best chance to explode for some tallies in this series.
Talking about the mechanics of Jason Marquis. And he's got tremendous movement on that two-seamer. Looks like he's got everything in sync right now.
Yeah, I think, Mark, what you talk about too is just riding that backside a little bit longer, and that's what Willie Blair and also Trevor and I were talking about in that discussion. And when he does that, he can get on top of his baseball, and you're seeing that today. He's got some movement, and it's late movement in the strike zone. That's what I think is difficult from the hitter's standpoint.
Yeah, because if he starts to rush with his body, his arm doesn't have time to catch up and get on top to get that good rotation on the sinker.
Echeverria on Sunday, a grand slam in Philadelphia.
You know, Mark, I always try to put it in perspective from the hitter's standpoint. And from a hitter's standpoint, if you push forward, you can stay short to the baseball, but you're also going to be short through the baseball, and that's not a good thing. You're not going to develop that power. That's why I always talk about the legs. That drives you through the baseball.
One pitch grounder here would be nice.
Go to the plate for one, back to first base, a double play. 1, 2, 3. You called it, Mark. Quick instincts. He knows he's got the force at the plate. Bases loaded. 1, 2, 3 double play. Bases loaded jam and starts a double play. Oh, barely got his little finger webbing on it.
Yeah, and there's no better feeling as a pitcher when you're in a bases loaded situation, 1 out, and you get that comeback, or you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. I've got a chance to get out of this mess. And Jason Marquis, being a great athlete, Mark Sweeney, makes it look easy.
Yeah, the great athlete. I love that too. And you know, the question I wanted to ask you too, Mark, you know, they're so accurate throwing the baseball to the plate, but when that shorter throw happens and you have to change your arm angle, that's difficult for some. How did you feel when you did that?
You know what, I just tried to not to think about it and make a little short arm throw. Never had problem doing that. Never had problem throwing to first base, but I will be honest and say this. I kind of had the thing a little bit throwing to second base. No problem to first, no problem to the plate.
Marquis, a good hitter, lifetime over 200. 33 doubles and 5 home runs. Likes to swing the stick. And he does here. Loops it to center, charging hard, and making the catch is Ruggiano.
Well, here's the throw we're talking about, Jason Marquis, when he started that double play. Okay, he knocks it down. The key here is, guys, don't panic. That's a nice little flip throw, no problem. See, the problem I ran into, when you try to guide it, I would try to guide it rather than just throwing it.
Because you're only about 45 feet away. You want to fire one that's going to handcuff your catcher. Cabrera, foul. Line to the second baseman, his first at bat.
I've seen pitchers get that ball and fire it right back to the screen. I mean, literally not even a chance for the catcher to get it.
Just the panic toss.
Yeah.
It's kind of a, who, me? I got to do it.
Hey, Clayton Richard has made some adjustments, fielding his position, throwing to first base.
Yeah. Primarily running the ball halfway there or throwing more sidearm rather than overhand.
Well, Dick, you know, I mean, when he's talking about them throwing back to the screen, that's the great athletes that he always discusses.
Yeah, but Mark Sweeney, they're so great that they beat the catcher back to the screen.
Yes, exactly.
How about our Sigmund Freud here? Reverse psychology, going with the pitcher again and take the stick.
Well, you know, he put the ball in play, right? Didn't strike out.
Yeah.
I've got total faith in Jason Marquis.
Breaking ball, 2-2 to Cabrera. Padres have only 1 hit. Chase Headley with a double, 2 outs in the first. This 30-year-old right-hander Ricky Nolasco grew up in California, Southern California, Rialto. He went around. That's the second strikeout for Nolasco. Time for the Saquon Casino Daycation stat of the game. Marlins leaders, most career strikeouts. The man on the mound today at the top of the list, ahead of Josh Johnson, now pitching in Toronto, and Dontrell Willis. Goodness, what happened to Willis? He looked as if he was going to be phenomenal for a long time.
And he was fun to watch.
Will Venable tried to bunt his way aboard, thrown or tagged out by the first baseman.
You know, as I look at Miguel Olivo behind home plate, I love the way that Miguel sets up behind the plate after he gives the sign. Good, solid, low target. And there's a comfort factor there too when you get used to throwing to a certain catcher. I mean, I just love to watch the way he sets up. Good low target. Keep it there. Does a nice job blocking that pitch. It's always nice to have a catcher too. Doesn't bring his bat back there with him, you know. Doesn't worry about his offense. Well, it'd be kind of hard to catch also with a bat back there.
We know what you mean. But that is true. There are catchers that have the reputation. Yeah, if he's hitting well, he'll really be a good catcher too. But if he's in a slump, he takes it back behind the mask, and pitchers wonder, come on, you're supposed to be on my side. Lined into right field. Venable continues to swing a good bat. That'll bring up Chase Headley. Padres' second hit of the afternoon. Headley has the other.
Looked like Nolasco flipped up a curveball. Yes, it was a curveball. And Mark Sweeney, looks like this would be a good angle here. It looks like the body's starting to go forward just a little bit, but he kept the hands back. And the old sweeping swing gets Will Venable a base knock to right.
Yeah, I think Will Venable's looking more comfortable at the plate, but also trying to simplify it as much as he can. In his mind, he has to constantly keep it simple and just try to think about hitting in the strike zone.
Headley with his double off the glove of Dobbs, the first baseman, extending his hitting streak to 13 straight.
You know, guys, so many times we can start tinkering with little mechanical issues, and it can actually put you in a slump, something very small, and I think that's what Will Venable always tries to search for.
Venable with 4 stolen bases, second to Cabrera's 10 on the club. So Nolasco keeping a close eye. Low for the first pitch to Chase Headley. Hitting .340 from the left side, Chase. Even better than that with a double the first time up. Changeup.
Well, you can see it, guys. This is a situation with Chase Headley. With Will Venable on first base, you're looking for that fastball you can drive because they're worried about that stolen base, especially with 2 outs.
It's one of the hidden advantages of having a team with good stealing speed. She'll get more fastballs. Out of play. Well, when the Padres take off on this next road trip, kind of an unusual one, 3 games in Tampa and then 2 in Baltimore, and then back home. Boy, there's some good games ahead, folks. Washington in for 4 a weekend away, and then the Cardinals come in for the first time for 3. Runner goes. Ball outside. The throw by Oliva. Not in time. It's on the shortstop side of the bag, and by the time young Echeverria could slap the tag on Venable a bit too late. Stolen base number 5 for Venable.
And Will Venable also had a curveball to run on. It was an off-speed pitch. Good pitch to handle, and just yanked it a little bit, Dick. Like you said, the shortstop side, and that was the difference. See how Will Venable slides to the outfield part of the bag, that back right corner towards right center field. It's a longer swipe tag, right? So he is in safely.
2-2 on Headley. A chance to get the Padres on the board here. Break the scoreless tie in the 3rd. And he struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Nolasco. After 3 at Petco, Miami and San Diego, no score.
And time for a couple of injury updates for you, starting with Cameron Maben. Got the splint off of his injured wrist, and he's doing activity in the outfield. He can go out there and do drills, also work in the weight room. But Bud Black said today it's still about a week to 10 days until they try hitting with him. That'll be the biggest test. Also, Logan Forsythe, he jogged today on a specialized treadmill that measures weight and things like that. Forsythe said, Dick and Mud, that was the most excited he's been in a long time to run.
Oh, good for him. Laura, thanks for that report. Two valuable properties for the Padres. Hopefully we'll be back to help the cause. Forsythe, it's just so, you go to see him in the locker room and he's just got his head down, and you know, you got to say, come on now, you're going to be back here. He said, I'm just so discouraging. I want to play.
He's itching to get back out there, no question about it.
1-1 now, 2-1. Polanco, then Ozuna and Ruggiano. A lot of O's in this Miami lineup. Olivo, Nolasco, Polanco, and Ruggiano. Throw in an Ozuna.
And Echeverria, right?
Yeah, that's her 2 A's and 4 O's. My.
Hey, don't stop. Hey, Juan Pierre, ease a vowel. Right? Last time I learned it. Right?
Sometimes why?
Sometimes why not?
3-2. It's just a gorgeous day here in our city. Light, cool breeze off the ocean.
Well, I know the sun's out because the glare off of Sweeney's dome is killing me.
3-2.
Stay in the shade.
Sliced into the right field corner, but foul.
Make sure you stay in the shade, Mud.
Yeah.
We have the same problem.
I know. Day games or night games, Mark Sweeney? What was your preference?
I love day games because that was usually the time that I got the spot start.
Ah,
and
gotcha.
night game, day game, that's when guys, the everyday guys would take those days off. And I love the day games.
And would the manager pull you aside the night before and say, hey, Mark, you're going to start tomorrow?
You know, a lot of different.
Venable has an easy play.
But a lot of different managers, and that's a different philosophy. Some guys wanted you to be prepared no matter if you showed up and didn't know if you were starting or not. But there were also managers that definitely told you the night before because they believed in that preparation part and that mindset getting to the field.
By that note, as we look at Bud Black, kind of thought that Mark Kotsay would be in the lineup today. The left-handed bat, he's been favoring that little back problem. But Kotsay against Nolasco is 8 for 13.
Wow.
So maybe he'll get a chance to pinch hit against Nolasco. Another ball off the head of the bat.
Yeah, Ozuna really pulls off that breaking ball. The one thing I've noticed about the young outfielder.
Yeah, I don't think you want to throw him a fastball inside. Or a hanging curve.
Yeah. Nice choice today, my friend.
I like that hat very much. And those aren't bad either. That's going to be very tough for Headley. And he gets him! Well, that's the ultimate test. You can swing a bunt much better, and Headley charging bare hand and able to get Ozuna.
Hey, Ozuna's got to realize he's dealing with the gold glover down there. Well, that's a gold hand, the bare hand, perfectly thrown, perfectly executed. Boy, Chase has really come a long way. And look at, he even fired himself up there.
He liked what he accomplished there, didn't he?
That's good to see.
That sends a message to everybody. So 2 outs, a little meeting out at first base. I guess the skipper, Mike Redmond, thought his runner might have been safe, but the replay shows that he was out by a bit. So 2 gone. Justin Ruggiano by the mound. Jerko right there. Another quick inning for Justin Marquis. The Padres will bring up the middle of their order in the bottom of the 4th. Grant.
Absolutely. Nick Hundley early on in the game throwing out Juan Pierre, a big out. Will Venable in right field, diving to make the catch, taking away possibly extra bases. And then who doesn't love a double play? The professor loves the double play.
I love the double play.
Especially if it's 1, 2, 3. And then how about Chase Headley, that gold down there, third base, Dick?
That'll get you more gold. You can't make the play better.
Even Chase Headley is fired up. That's going to fire up Buddy Black as well.
Here's a man needs to get fired up with a big hit. Carlos Quentin. He sends that one back into the seats behind home plate.
He had some cruel intentions behind that swing, guys.
Yes, he did. He came out of his zapatos in that one. That's shoes, Mark Sweeney.
Thank you.
Give, give, give. That's all Mark Grant does. And then not so good a swing at the breaking ball.
Hey, not a bad selection. If you think along with Ricky Nolasco, he swings at a fastball like that, right? Just everything he's got. Hey, pull the string a little bit. Put a little wrinkle in one. Soften it up.
Nolasco, one of the few feature players for the Miami Marlins, still in a Miami uniform. Total house cleaning.
You know, guys, we talk about Carlos Quentin's struggles, and one of the things that you think about too, when you see that big swing in the first one, you get frustrated because you constantly think about mechanically fixing yourself. Sometimes you just got to let it go. Looks like Carlos did that on his first swing.
Struck him out. Breaking ball caught the plate, and that's 4 strikeouts for Nolasco.
Flipped it up there. Look at Miguel Olivo. Stick it right there, frame it, peek inside the glove of Ricky Nolasco, get up on top of that curveball, and he gets the called high strike from Wally Bell.
Well, that was right there for Carlos, wasn't it? Hanging right there in the inside corner. Yonder Alonso struck out his first time. So 4 strikeouts from Ricky Nolasco, no walks, only 2 hits, a double by Headley in the first, a single Venable in the third.
Looked like a little split finger there at 80 from Ricky Nolasco.
Originally drafted by the Cubs, Nolasco. Broken bat, fly ball to the hook foul. Barrel of the bat all the way out to first base. It's a wicked looking spear. It'll be interesting that Nolasco, drafted by the Cubs 12 years ago out of Rialto, California High School, as you look at the broken bat again. It's still broken. And then traded in 2005 from the Cubs with 2 other pitchers to Miami for Juan Pierre. And now Juan Pierre is a free agent back. So they got them both. 2-2. I would think he has pretty high trade value in Nolasco. Struck out again, Alonso.
Join your Padres Sunday, May 19th as they honor the men and women of the U.S. Marine Corps, and with U.S. Marine Corps Appreciation Day presented by USAA. Enjoy a special pregame ceremony before the Padres take the field. Hey, the Washington Nationals are going to be in town. First pitch is at 1:10. So get your tickets today at Padres.com or get on the horn. Dial 619-795-5555.
Jerko, the batter. Check swing foul. You may see Steven Strasburg in that series. The sensational young Harper, outfielder. They become an attractive team to come out and see.
They most certainly have.
And the Cardinals are always a good foe. So it'll be Washington and St. Louis, the next homestand. That begins a week from Thursday. Shot to short. Echeverria across. And another easy inning for Nolasco. Both pitchers dominating. Scoreless through 4. Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Sequan Casino, real friendly, real close. And by the Aramco Group, purchase, refinance, reverse. Totals after 4 here at Petco. Final game of this homestand and the 3-game series. Miami no runs, 3 hits, no errors. They've left 2. Padres no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Have stranded 3. Jason Marquis matching pitches with Ricky Nolasco. Greg Dobbs leads off, the Miami 5th. Over but low. Marquis has not struck out a man and has walked 1. Nolasco striking out 4 of the last 6. He struck out a total of 5. No walks but 1 hit batsman. Ooh, that was a wicked carom up there. Now it caroms all the way back and spills some beer in the process. That did some damage as it went skipping through the crowd in the second deck off to the left.
One guy in the blue shirt, he was climbing over chairs with his beverage in his hand. Excuse me, you got a beverage here?
Half full though.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
2-1. Well, with the sickness to Clayton Richard, and it's already been well documented, but the Padres with some off days were able to go with a 4-man rotation as they head on this road trip tomorrow. Ground ball, Jerko. 1 away.
Oh, that was a 4-pitch at bat from Jason Marquis, but prior to that hitter, Jason Marquis has thrown 3 pitches or fewer to 9 batters. Hey, that's getting it done, and that was part of the scouting report. Go after these Marlin hitters aggressively. He has done just that.
Derek Dietrich in his major league debut single to right field in the 3rd inning. And takes a strike. It is fascinating, the matchups that derive in any given game. Here's this young kid, first major league game against the veteran Marquis, who has appeared in a ton. There's a line drive softly to right, and Venable chases down another. That's 2 for 2 for Will Venable.
Tell you what, Will Venable, he should be expecting a call from the U.S. diving team coach. He's doing a great job coming in and diving, taking away extra bases. Oh, I'm sure his daddy is proud. His dad, Max, yeah, Jason Marquis is proud of him too. Nice going, Will.
Well, he had plenty of practice at Princeton, you know, diving after loose balls. It must have felt
On
a
the
lot
hardwood,
better on the
yeah.
Feels a lot better here at Petco in right field.
There you go.
Olivo doubled off the left field fence his last time. Pops it up softly, and Hundley wants it and has it. A quick inning. Only 8 pitches to retire the side in order for Jason Marquis. 5th.
Time for tonight's ATT Twitter poll question. And it's plain and simple, folks. What is your favorite fish to eat? Remember, use the hashtag. Since we're playing the Marlins, we thought this would be appropriate. Hashtag eat bass, eat salmon, eat tuna, eat halibut. No fish for me. So use the hashtag. I'm going straight tuna. I'm going eat tuna. Love tuna.
I love salmon. So.
Mark Sweeney, what do you like? There's
Halibut.
Halibut, really?
Oh, you kidding me?
Why?
I love halibut. You can do so many things with it.
Sea bass
Can't wait
isn't on there would have been good too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we'll do some cooking classes after the show.
Listen to Sam, the cooking guy down there.
We had sea bass last night at our dinner.
Did you?
Yeah, very nice.
How did you have it prepared?
Just the way the restaurant did it. It was good. Nick Hundley grounded the first baseman the first time. Another broken bat, and the ball goes foul. Hundley in a 1-for-18 slump since he homered in Chicago. So he and Quinton, maybe they'll both break out together.
Hey, if you're a salmon fan, take some cedar wood, soak it in water for about 2 hours, and then you put the salmon on that plank on the grill, and then you get some brown sugar. Oh, some kind of nice. That's some good pescado.
Two strikes on Hundley.
Somewhere Mike Pomerantz is sprinting to a local food store.
He was going to get that carp, which is his favorite. 1-2. Hundley. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nolasco, an efficient 4+ innings. Next pitch will be his 60th.
Hey, you know, as Jason Marquis and Nolasco go deep into this game, you know, we're in the middle of the game, but if they go deeper and then possibly into the bullpens,
struck him out.
Well, who's going to make the first mistake?
6 strikeouts for Nolasco.
This game might indeed go down to 1 or 2 runs. Good slider from Nolasco to get the Padre catcher Nick Hundley. See the breakdown, 60 pitches for the right-hander.
Brings up Alexi Amarista, hit it hard, but lined out to the first baseman the first time. Jason Marquis moves into the on-deck circle. Yeah, 1 run's going to play big at the way these 2 starters are going.
And Mark Sweeney, I've got a question for you. In a battle like this, 5 hits combined, what's the discussion if you're sitting on the bench with other hitters, and what are you guys talking about?
Well, when you see that Ricky Nolasco is getting ahead, you definitely want to be aggressive, but you want to be aggressive with a pitch that you see that he's locating, or obviously the fastball, and I'm always talking about the fastball as well, but you can see him getting ahead and trying to bury that breaking ball. When you get 2 strikes, you don't want to get into that point because you see the results.
So early fastball, jump on it if it's close, huh?
Yeah, and you got to hit it where it's pitched.
Exactly.
And you're not looking for something, middle in, because he's not making too many mistakes.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you look middle in and you get a fastball and it's away, you're done.
Yeah, it is. And you're trying to go on your strength always as a hitter, but you see the results. He's getting ahead of hitters with both pitches, so you have to really focus on what you want to do.
Ahead of Amarista, 2 strikes. In the dirt with the changeup.
That's all I have to say.
You could.
What's on your mind, Professor?
They could be carrying around half-eaten English muffins and be
all over it.
That's some
look at cotton candy.
Some kind of nice. 2-2. And another foul.
Look out.
That one skips in and out of the Padre dugout. Not even close to Sweeney, or he'd barehanded that one.
No question. I'm ready. A lot of people are protect down here.
Lemonade.
Line to left, but it's carrying to Pierre. Oh, Amarista hitting in tough luck. Line to first, line to left. And here's Jason Marquis. How about that anthem today? Wasn't that terrific? The Yale Spizwinks.
Awesome.
Yale Glee Club.
They did a great job.
Tie and tail, formerly attired. Popped up. Foul territory. Might be a play. No, just back. The camera well. Well, we know the pitchers in the Tampa series for the Rays. It'll be Alex Cobb on Friday. Jeremy Hellickson, he's 1-2 on Saturday. It's a 2:30 start here at Fox Sports San Diego, and Roberto Hernandez Sunday. 2 strikes now on Marquis. There's that split finger. It's not official yet for the Padres, but it appears it'll be Friday Volquez, Saturday Cashner, Sunday Stoltz, unless they bring up a pitcher from the minor leagues. And he goes around again, or does he? Yes, he does. 7 strikeouts in 5 innings for Ricky Nolasco.
Go weird science, and why not get down to it? Work it. We're scoreless. Top of the 6th. AT&T Twitter poll results. What's your favorite fish to eat? And coming in, I'll tell you what, salmon not quick enough to swim upstream. Bass, that's good bass at 36%. Coming in at second, tied tuna and no fish for me. And halibut, sorry Sweeney, 15%. Take a hike. And salmon coming into last place at 6%. Thanks for joining us on Twitter and interacting with us. And go out to dinner tonight. Order a nice piece of fish. Enjoy. Eat healthy.
They're looking for the pond here. They got the sand, and this young guy's got some skill, doesn't he?
This kid's got it working. Yeah. Oh, Denny Terrio. Yeah.
No score. Top of the 6th inning here at Petco Park. Ricky Nolasco leads it off, then Pierre and Echeverria.
We've got ourselves a pitcher's duel.
Nolasco 7 strikeouts, his season high. Marquis looking for his first. So, do you know, we mentioned the English nobleman, the Marquis, where that fits in the whole order of the royalty?
It goes king. It goes monarch, esquire, and then marquis.
Well, let's make it more simple. The Marquis is above an earl.
Okay.
Earl, then
right.
Marquis, then Duke.
Duke. All right, got it.
And then Duke, does it go right to king from Duke? I think it does, because the Duke of Edinburgh is the Queen's
That's
husband.
right. Yeah. William, right?
No, he's not William.
William's a Duke, isn't he?
William.
William's married to Kate.
Yeah.
How you doing? Right?
I won't say the word.
Yeah,
the double word.
Yeah, Prince William.
Yeah. He's a prince. Not
Oh,
a Duke.
she's the Duchess of.
Yeah. Marquis on the mound, a ground ball to first off the bat of Pierre. Nice easy play for Alonso. And the outs continue to stream here at Petco Park.
Kids 14 and younger can sign up for Junior Padres, the official kids club of the San Diego Padres. Junior Padres earn great rewards by swiping their membership card at Padres home games and also enjoy great events like Junior Padres Sunday signings and much, much more. Sign up free today at padres.com/Junior Padres.
Yeah, with the summer coming and so many opportunities, that's a great idea for the young fans. Popped up. Goodness, this is going to be another easy inning. Alonso makes the catch. 6 pitches for Marquis to get through 6 innings. What a game. And looking ahead on Saturday, soccer returns to Fox. Manchester City takes on Wigan Athletic in one match for England's most storied trophy. The FA Cup final with Budweiser is Saturday at noon Eastern, only on Fox. So the Padres and Ricky Nolasco of the Marlins, with Jason Marquis retiring 10 in a row and Nolasco countering with 7 strikeouts, his season high.
Who's going to blink first, huh?
Everett Cabrera lined out and struck out. Nolasco's split finger really working well for him.
Nice looking pitch.
As this game scoots along, with the pitchers dominating, 1 run would grow larger and larger. Somebody's got to score here. Foul ball, Cabrera 0-2. Alaska seems to be 0-2 on every hitter.
72 total for the right-hander. Jason Marquis only has 60 pitches. He is mowing them down.
Seven in a row for Nolasco since Venable's single in the 3rd. Swung on and missed. 8 strikeouts. Padres have not figured out Ricky Nolasco.
Looked like the previous pitch is something soft, and then boy, Cabrera just using all upper body, all arms on that one. Totally fooled on that last pitch.
Brings up Will Venable, has one of the 2 Padre hits, a single in the 3rd. Stole second and fouls that one. Good swing there. Chase Headley on deck. Back through the middle, off the leg, and then off the arm of Dietrich, the second baseman. Boy, that was a real snooker shot. Hits the pitcher, the second baseman, and Venable has another base hit.
Hey, and in a game like this, it's where the ball bounces and who gets the lucky break. Nolasco tries to make the skate save. Dietrich tries to catch it with his wrist. You know, that looked like a catchable ball right there for Dietrich.
He had to retrack. He was going to the right because the ball was headed up the middle. Had to retrack himself. And so Venable with 1 out at first base. And Chase Headley steps in. Venable stole second after his single in the 3rd inning. Levo, as he jumped out of the crouch, anticipating on any given pitch that Venable might take off. Not by much. 2-0. Headley doubled off Dobbs, the first baseman's glove in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 3rd.
A good count for a fastball here.
Line to right and in for a base hit. Played cautiously by Ozuna. And the Padres have 1st and 2nd occupied on back-to-back singles.
We're going to go back pitch by pitch. Nolasco Headley, first pitch fastball. Olivo anticipating possibly the runner going. And here's the fastball. Nolasco challenges him. And it's a station-to-station situation here. And I think it's a wise move by Ozuna, not trying to be acrobatic out there. Keeping that ball in front of him, keeping the double play in order. You'd rather have 1st and 2nd rather than 2nd and 3rd, or possibly a run come across if that ball gets by him.
Boy, throwing Headley a fastball is like hanging a sausage on the coyote truck. Can't wait to gobble that one up. So 1st and 2nd, Padres with a chance here. Carlos Quentin hit by a pitch and took a 3rd strike. Factor here now for Nolasco and Marquis. They've been mowing down hitters with such regularity. They haven't had to pitch much from the stretch. Venable good speed, Headley good speed off base, and fouled at the plate by Quentin. Olivo going out to talk with his pitcher. Might have been crossed up there.
You know what? That's a good call, Dick. Olivo, it looked like he got it in the grill, maybe on the foul tip, but once again, he may have gotten crossed up as well. Let's take a look. You're right, Dick. He got crossed up and he got the foul tip. He was anticipating. Look at the way his glove. Look at. Ooh, did he get that under the mask?
Looked as if right up under the neck, side of the neck.
You're right, though. He got crossed up. He was anticipating a slider.
0-2. Another slider. And this is the 8th time Nolasco has had an 0-2 count. 8 times. We have only 1 out in the 6th inning. Scoreless tie at Petco on this Wednesday afternoon. Did not go. Andy Gonzalez there at first base. He checked it. Yep.
I'll give him that one.
Yonder Alonso on deck. One of the few threats in the entire game. The Padres with 2 on, 1 out in the 6th. 2-2. Good mixture of pitches. Slider, curveball that time, fastball, and the split finger.
Remember, he was 0-2 after the first 2 pitches, so working it even here.
Venable at second, Headley at first. Pops him up. Will it make it to the crowd? Olivo runs out of room right at the first step of the dugout. Polanco with a gallant effort, but just out of his reach, so Quentin barely alive.
Nolasco got away with a mistake here, folks. Look at this breaking ball. Oh, hard to the plate, just above the knees, and Carlos just a little bit out in front working underneath it. Hence the pop foul, finding the stands and getting another chance.
Two and two. Good patience, and he's worked the count full.
Laying off the slider.
It's only the 2nd time Nolasco's had a 3-ball count.
Let's see if Bud Black sends the runners here. You know, the last thing you want is to strike him out, throw him out, because Olivo's got a heck of an arm behind home plate.
I don't think you can risk it.
I say you hold the runners.
I do too. Ball 4. The bases are loaded.
Great plate appearance by Carlos Quentin. Why? Because he took the walk, he was patient, and he's going to pass it along to the next guy. So let's go to Nolasco pitch by pitch. You can see consistently trying to keep the ball away. Sliders, curveballs. That was the one mistake, okay? He recognized the slider. Good discipline by Carlos. And there's your ball 4. Let's see if the next guy can do some damage.
That moves Venable to 3rd, Headley to 2nd, Quentin at 1st. A Padre over every pillow, and here's Yonder Alonso. He has struck out both at bats. Ball 1. Starts him with a curveball and a split finger. Olivo's going to go out and talk to his 30-year-old right-hander. Alonso, top RBI producer in a golden spot here.
And this is one of the situations I was talking about, Dick, and we talked about in our open about runners in scoring position. Nolasco has got his back up against the wall. He's got 1 out. All the pressure's on him. And Alonso, from a hitter standpoint, with each ball that is thrown, now I want to know that strike zone starts to shrink a little bit to where his happy zone, he can concentrate on one pitch to take a hack at.
Pulls it foul just over our camera well.
Andy well protected with the lid and the towel down there, doing a fine job.
Good
nice
reflexes, huh?
Nice try, Andy.
Runners lead away. 1 ball, 1 strike. No score. And Alonso break this deadlock. 2-1. Hard slider inside.
And this is where with one swing, one hit can just deflate these Marlins. Get on the board.
Boy, this is the action pitch. 2-1, bases loaded, 1 out. Hit the left field. That's going to get a run home. Pierre with a catch. Venable streaks in. It's 1-0 San Diego. Yonder Alonso knocks in his 22nd run of the season.
I think a classic example of Yonder Alonso trying not to do too much. Not trying to do too much is what I'm trying to say. He gets the run home, elevates something to the outfield. Juan Pierre does not have a good throwing arm. And that's a point for San Diego.
Now 2 outs, 2 on. Headley at second, Quinton at first. For Jed Jerko, fly to right and a hard smash to short. Trying to extend his home hitting streak to 13 in a row. And rolls this one to third. Polanco will get the force at third, and the inning is over. But the Padres on the board first on a couple of hits and leave 2. It's 1-0 San Diego.
To get to, including the great pitching of Jason Marquis.
Yeah, also it's all about Jason Marquis today, and you can see that movement on the fastball, and he is fielding his position. Outstanding play by Jason Marquis, but he continues to drive that sinker down in the strike zone.
Got himself a run now to work with as we are in the top of the 7th inning. Dick and Mark, when we see you in the post-game show, we'll have your full breakdown, some more highlights. We're going to hear from Buddy Black, and we're going to talk about the Sterling defense being turned in today. So we'll see you after the final out.
Yeah, pitching and defense, Mike and Mark. That'll be much to assimilate here and might be key to victory. How big is the 1-run score? As we go to the 7th inning, Jason Marquis with 10 straight outs faces Polanco, Ozuna, and Ruggiano. One and one. The veteran Polanco is grounded to short and fly to right. Headley another chance. Those sure hands gobble it up and fire across for the out.
Well, Jason Marquis twirling a gem. Grounders, you gotta love the grounders.
Gotta love 63 pitches to get one out into the 7th inning.
Absolutely.
That's the 10th ground ball out. You're right. Ozuna takes a strike. He's flying to center, and Headley robbed him of a swinging bunt single with a perfect play made back in the 4th. Charging bare hand throw and just did get Ozuna. Oh, he's cued a lot of balls just like that. That's 3 today alone.
Pulling off the slider. Yep. Watch his front side. Watch his shoulder. Watch how it opens up way before he starts to swing.
Why wouldn't you throw him another one?
Why not? Absolutely.
2 strikes the count.
Just throw it out there a little farther.
In the dirt. A ball. Last year, this man Ozuna hit 266 with 24 homers. It's better than that this year when they called him up. Shot to short. Look at Cabrera. Backhand and throw him out. The defense in this homestand is, for a series of games, 2 series, it's been about as good as we've ever seen here at Petco. One good play after another.
Yeah, ball hit so sharply that Cabrera, a little bit of time to gather himself. He catches it. Little crow hop. Check out the stamp on that baseball. Official Major League Baseball, Allen H. Seelig. And he throws it across the diamond for the out.
But that's the kind of ball hit hard enough. It's off the heel of the glove into left field. But the fielding hands have been sure.
Here you see the breakdown, Dick. Talked about the ground outs. 12. 6 balls in the air and 1 punch out for Jason Marquis.
Ruggiano 1-1. He is grounded back to the mound. Good play made by Marquis and a ground out to second.
You see that breakdown? How many innings in the single digits? Look at that. 1st, 5th, and 6th. Now that was the 10th toss here in the 7th. Man, that's when pitching is fun.
Fouled at the plate. Yeah, it's nice to have the science fair boys and girls with us. They've obviously distinguished themselves. Scientific minds. Can't have enough of those coming in the next generation. Day at the ballpark.
After that pitch, Jason Marquis actually yelled at himself. He really yanked that pitch down away. Probably one of the worst pitch that he's thrown all day. See if he makes an adjustment here. Oh, he aborted that wind up there, and that's the thing to do. He's got to regroup.
Don't want to make a mistake here. This is their best home run hitter, Ruggiano, with a half dozen. Outside target. Line to left. That'll fall in front of Quinton. The 4th hit for Miami today. And brings up Greg Dobbs. That ends a string of 11 consecutive outs. Make it 12. 12 in a row before the single by Ruggiano. So Marquis having to pitch from the stretch for the first time since the 3rd inning. Got that one by Dobbs.
A little late.
Ruggiano has 4 stolen bases. 1-0 San Diego. We're in the top of the 7th here at Petco. 2 out. Justin Ruggiano at first base for the Marlins, and Greg Dobbs the hitter. A ball and a strike on him. Two and one.
See what Jason's trying to do here late in the game. Hard stuff away. Left-handed hitter. Have him try to roll something over. You want to stay away from the slider. Middle in. Something that's going to speed up his bat. That's why you see the 3 pitches, up and away and then down and away. Keep it out there.
Ruggiano goes. Ball is hit high in the air, slicing down the left field side away from Quinton into the crowd. Didn't need the glove on that soft carom, but it's nice to gulp up a souvenir. Brad Brock getting ready in a hurry in the bullpen. Father-son combo. 2-2 the count. Line to left. That's a base hit. Quinton fields and gets it in, and Ruggiano stops at second. So the Marlins stirring up something here in the 7th inning, as both base hits to left field hit sharply, and here comes Bud Black to the mound.
Well, it's a trot. Buddy getting some road work in there. This might, you know what? I don't think he's going to take him out.
This is, what do you think? Here we got a rookie, Derek Dietrich. He's lined a single and almost came up with another hit. Diving catch by Venable in right field.
I think this is Jason Marquis' game right here to stay in there. He's obviously going to lobby to stay in, and judging by the discussion, I think that Buddy is going to leave him in.
You see how often he nodded yes. You don't argue with it.
Well, they're going over. It looks
manager
like
there.
Yeah, it looks like they wanted some input from the catcher. Take a look at. I feel good. Little James Brown.
Yeah, I feel good. Or how does it go?
I feel good.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, one pitch to get out of this, right?
Won't feel good though if this young kid Dietrich comes through with a base knock. Tying run Ruggiano at second. Dobbs at first.
Good two-seam fastball to get ahead. Swung at ball 1. Dietrich a little bit too anxious there.
His grandfather, a former major leaguer. Remember Steve Demeter?
I don't.
Detroit and Cleveland. I remember seeing him play back in the 50s and 60s. Fouled out in front of the plate. Foul ball. And Hundley almost able to get in front of the dish and make that a fair ball. Now 2 strikes on Dietrich.
Let's take a look at that foul ball. It hits out in front of home plate. Oh, as soon as Nick Hundley touches it, it's where the catcher touches it. Touch it there.
But he wasn't quite into fair territory. Close. So 2 strikes on Dietrich. 2 on, 2 out. Just off the corner, a little low. Split finger, but 2 and 2 now. And here's the pitch that Marquis wants to be his pitch.
You know, I think he has to go with his strength here, and I'm talking two-seam fastball. Sinker, good, firm sinker, down and away, knee high, take your chances.
He swung on and missed. Went after a ball in the dirt. He got the big pitch and he got the kid to swing at it. In the dirt. Inning over. A lot of folks enjoying the great water around San Diego today as Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, where the healthy pets go. And by Mercury Insurance. Get a quote and get 2 free Padre tickets at mercuryinsurance.com/Padres. Skyline of our beautiful city as we go to the home half of the 7th inning. Hundley, Amarista, and Marquis scheduled, and Hundley bunts that one foul. He had third baseman Polanco playing very deep. Couldn't quite lay it down. He's rounded to first and struck out. Nolasco has had great control. 8 strikeouts, only 1 walk, but the 1 walk cost him. That was the walk to Quinton with 1 out, men at first and second, and loaded the bases. And moved Venable to third, where he scored on Alonso's sacrifice fly for the game's only run. 16,730 enjoying baseball and sunshine in San Diego. Popped up and out of play. Mike Dunn, the only left-hander in the Miami bullpen, getting loose.
Southland Technology bringing you our Fox tracks, gives you a good idea. Nolasco still pitching Hundley there, getting the ball up a little bit. See if Nick Hundley can capitalize on one of those mistakes.
2-2. Well, thanks to Southland Technology, we finally got them out to our house, and with our DirecTV, you know, because you can't get
perfect
Padres unless you get the DirecTV, and Time Warner refuses. And they really fixed this up. Well, I even got to tape the game last night when I was away and watched the highlights. One away as we go down to Laura McKeeman. Laura.
Thanks, Dick. We talked to Bud Black earlier today about Nick Hundley. Of course, his struggles last year well documented, but Bud is really impressed with the way that Nick is handling small blips of struggles on the map this year. Stronger mentally, being able to approach everything as one at bat and then putting it behind him as he goes out for the next one. At the end of the day, it all boils down to the fact that Nick cares so much about this game, guys.
He does, and Laura, Mark Grant had pointed out earlier, he doesn't take the fact that he's not hitting in this little slump with him back of the plate. He's handling his pitchers, and in many ways that is top priority. You only get 4 at-bats perhaps in a game, but you're out there for every hitter for your pitcher.
So he's got the right mentality for being a big league catcher, that's for sure.
Amarista lined out twice. And he hits this one sharply, but Dietrich there at second base to throw him out. And Jason Marquis will hit. As Nolasco has reached the 98 pitch mark. Marquis has flied to center and struck out. Watch out. That one got back into the seats in too big a hurry.
I think that ball went into the tunnel in between.
Oh, yes, it did.
The seating area there.
2 strikes on that hack.
.100.
Three hits this year so far for Marquis as he and Eric Stoltz in a man-to-man battle for the hitting honors from the pitching corps. Of course, Stoltz with a big blow, a home run in Los Angeles. A weak wave there, and Nolasco has retired the side in order again. 9 of the strikeouts by the right-hander. One big run for the Padres as we go to the top of the 8th inning. Great defense supporting Jason Marquis, who's back out on the hill. Will face Miguel Olivo, the pitcher's spot, and Juan Pierre. Chris Coughlin, left-handed hitter, has moved into the on-deck circle, presumably to bat for the pitcher Nolasco.
Well, Jason Marquis done a great job this afternoon and worked out of a jam last half inning. Runners at first and second, got the punch out.
This man doubled sharply to left field first time up and is fouled to the catcher. Olivo. Ball 1. Luke Gregersons begins to tune up in the Padre pen. That's a strike.
There he is.
Luke worked a 3-up, 3-down inning last night. Two and one.
Really dropped the arm angle on that last pitch. Did not stay on top of it. And hence the ball way out and away.
To third, but foul. Still getting a good sinking effect on his
Absolutely.
pitches.
He stays on top of that ball. Good darting action.
Fouled. Oh, in and out of the glove of Hundley.
As a reminder, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres. Dick?
Without a breath. How about that? 2-2 to Olivo, and now a full count. A dangerous pitch coming up here. Doesn't want to walk the leadoff man. On the other hand, nothing too fat. Olivo, a home run hitter. Struck him out. Went with a curveball. Third strikeout for Marquis. And here's Coughlin.
Good pitch down and away.
Well, actually a slider, wasn't it?
Good call. Good pickup down and away. Got it. Hey, that's a gutsy pitch, right? 3-2.
Well, this is a gritty man on the mound.
Yes, it is.
A little bit of experience, his 297th major league start. Coughlin had a pinch hit single on Monday night. Marquis falls behind 2-0. Coughlin hitting only 185. He's 3 for 12, however, as a pinch hitter. There's a strike. Jerko with a convenient hop. 2 away. Well, how about this run? Marquis. He goes 7 2/3 innings and only 5 hits in a victory last Sunday. Then Volquez, Cashner, Stoltz. And then Marquis again, allowing 5 hits. Well, that's today. 5 hits and no runs allowed by Marquis.
Looking good.
Here's Juan Pierre. Got to hurry. He can fly. Cabrera does hurry and gets him. A good 8th inning. Marquis retires the Marlins in order. It's still 1-0. outstanding effort by the veteran, but he's been supported by terrific defense, some of his own. There's one of the swinging bunts denied, then a comebacker that he turns into a bases loaded 1-2-3 double play. But it doesn't end there. Hundley fires a perfect strike to second to erase Juan Pierre. Venable makes a couple of diving catches in right field. A barehand pickup and throw Headley. How good can it get? Well, another one for Venable. Jason Marquis and company, and all he's needed so far is the one run, a bases loaded sacrifice fly by Yonder Alonso that got Venable home in the 6th inning. So that's where we stand. Last of the 8th inning. New pitcher is Mike Dunn, the left-hander for Miami, with Cabrera, Venable, and Headley scheduled to bat. Dunn has done a good job for the Dolphins. This is his 17th appearance, more than any other reliever, allowing only 3 runs and a .250 average. Dunn.
Mike Dunn sports a fastball, slider, curveball, and change, and a nice heart-to-heart talk there to skipper Bud Black and Jason Marquis. A great job, a great afternoon in the big leagues.
Sharp ground ball off the bat of Cabrera right to the first baseman. One quick out, and here's Will Venable.
You see the numbers for the left-hander. 1 home run and 14+ innings of work, and nice on the walks too. Not bad. Only 5 free passes. Strikeout per inning guy. Mid-90s on that fastball for Dunn.
Former Atlanta Brave was traded to Miami in 2010 after the 2010 season with Omar Infante, and Dan Uggla then became an Atlanta Brave.
And congratulations all the way around. Stoltz, Volquez, to Jason Marquis in the dugout.
Houston Street getting ready. And you've got to give full credit to Ricky Nolasco. 7 innings, he allowed just 1 run, only 4 hits, walked 1, hit 1, struck out 9, and then leaves the game in position that he can only pick up another defeat.
You know what that is?
A hang with him.
That's a hang with him.
Yep. I got it.
You know why? Because our guy was better. We got the sac fly, they didn't. Right?
That bases loaded
right.
1 out situation,
Yep.
the double play turned by Marquis, 1-2-3. Really was critical. That could have been a big inning for Miami. Marlins have scored only 1 run in the series. Two and 2 to Venable. Will 2 for 3, and Headley on deck 2 for 3, and that's it. Those are the 4 hits for the Padres.
Pitching coach Darren Balsley giving some words of encouragement to his veteran right-hander. Hey, be sure to stay tuned after this one. Padres Live coming up after the last out.
Eminem.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Jason Marquis, talking about the Padres defense, some spectacular plays with the leather, and of course the Bud Black press conference. Always a treat to hear the left-hander speak.
Full count, Will Venable. And he spoils that one.
Will's got to be thinking left field here, and when you look at the defense, boy, Juan Pierre left really shallow.
Spoils another.
See the defense and Juan Pierre. Look how shallow he is out there. You know, you get something you could rocket that way over his head. Extra bases.
9th pitch of this at bat coming up. Ground ball right to Dunn. He'll flip it to Dunn, or rather Dobbs to Dunn. That partnership for the out.
MLB.TV is celebrating 11 years. Join the millions of fans and subscribe today. Watch every out-of-market game live, online, on your favorite mobile device in HD quality with MLB.TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. MLB.TV. Baseball everywhere.
Batting right-handed for the first time, Chase Headley. He doubled and singled to right field left-handed and struck out. That'll make it to the crowd beyond the Padre dugout. Good breaking pitch, 0-2. Well, Chase Headley extending his hitting streak to 13 games, hitting over 400 in the last 13. And he hits that one a ton, but that one's going to land in Encinitas somewhere.
Yeah, that's Joe Carter foul ball right there. Turning on a fastball, 94. And look where he put that. That's nearly directly, as Chase Headley sits in the box, if you do a direct line from his back, that's exactly where he hit that ball. Unbelievable.
Out in front. Lays off the ball in the dirt, 1-2. Carlos Quentin hit by a pitch today and a critical walk below to the bases in the 6th with 1 out. That set up the sacrifice fly by Yonder Alonso. Another ball skidding past catcher Olivo. Well, I hope you folks are making plans to be with us. Padres come back home from the road trip a week from Friday. Actually Thursday, a week from tomorrow. Washington for 4 and the Cardinals for 3. 7 games total. He went around, strike 3. So Don retires the Padres in order. And coming up in the 9th, it'll be Echeverria, Polanco, and Ozuna for the Marlins against Houston Street. Time for our Carl's Jr. star of the game, and Jason Marquis with his arm and with his glove leaves the game after 8 innings with a 1-0 lead. Allowed just 5 hits, walked only 1, and struck out 3 today. 96 pitches in the game for the veteran Marquis, who's 3 outs away from picking up his 4th win of the season. Our Carl's Jr. star of the game, Jason Marquis.
And hey, they come in bunches, right, Dick? Last 2 times prior to today's outing, 6 2/3, 6 innings for Jason Marquis, 2 wins. And now he'll turn that rock over to Houston Street to try to save it. 1-0 here in the 9th.
Street in position. He gets the final 3 outs to pick up his 8th save. Denorfia enters the game in left field. Put him in Carlos Quinton's spot. Should the game go to the bottom of the 9th inning, then Denorfia would lead off. Adeni, Echeverria, then Polanco and Ozuna to face Street in the 9th inning.
Last 3 outings, 2 hits, 1 run, 3 strikeouts, and Houston Street, like, look at that, under BB, no walks.
Echeverria out on a diving catch by right fielder Venable. It was Echeverria who bounced into the 1-2-3 double play with the bases loaded in the 3rd, and he fouled out the last time. First pitch strike, and fastball at 89. Looking right over the pitcher's shoulder here to see the action. Back to the mound, knocked down. Good play by Street. 1 away. Boy, the defense has been superb today. Saved a base hit to center.
Houston Street always puts himself in a good fielding position. Square to home plate. With that glove, he'll reach across. Glove save in a beauty.
That's some reaction time there. Here's Placido Polanco. Grounded to short, fly to right, grounded to 3rd. He's had some success against Houston. It sounds like a fan. That must be a brother of yours up there.
I told my passes to keep it down today.
Ball 2. It was off the plate. Taking all away.
You know, when Houston Street is on his game, you know what he's like? You know those surveyors when you're driving on the street, they got the tripod out and they got that little thing there. They got the crosshairs. They could down to the millimeter where they want to, like, build a traffic light or something.
Right.
He's like a surveyor. He's so good with his control. Look at that.
White hit the strike zone. 3-1. One nothing here in the top of the 9th at Petco. 1 out. That was ball 4. So the count full on the veteran Placido Polanco. Toughest man in the league to strike out. He'll put it in play.
Here comes a slider down and away.
Tried to go to right field. Strike 3 call. Polanco takes that pitch on the inside edge, and there's 2 away.
Hey, It's a slider. And it's at the letters.
Hundley looking for it outside and crossed over to catch the ball. A little argument from Polanco, but he takes the long walk to the bench, and there's 2 away. Here's Ozuna. Fly to center. Headley took a hit away from him on charging a swinging bunt. Grounded to short. Good play made by Cabrera the last time. You just won't see a game with better defense than the Padres have played today. Terrific. Two and 0. Veteran hitter Justin Ruggiano on deck.
Dick, you know what this game reminds me of? Remember that game? I think Chase Headley was on second. He got walked or whatever. The foul ball into the stands caught by Brandon Belt. I think was he tagged me at the third. It scored on a sac fly.
Right.
Remember that was either last year or the year before. It came down to 1 run. It came down to a sac fly.
Foul ball. Sac fly.
Yeah.
That set it up. I mean, get to second or third. Yep. 3 and 1. They went 3 and 1 to Polanco. Threw him a strike, and then got him looking after a foul ball. Three and 2. 91 miles an hour. That's right at the top of his range.
Absolutely.
Fans want a sweep here at Petco. Late swing there. Street's not throwing him a good strike.
Everything's down and away.
Fouls that one. Just did clip it foul. That was, again, right on the block. And another foul. Ozuna hanging in there. That's the best pitch that he's gotten the whole at bat of the 8 previous. Here comes the 9th in this confrontation. Struck him out. And the ball game is over. A 1-0 gem for the Padres today. Perfect pitch to Ozuna as Houston Street records his 8th save, and the Padres go through a 3-game sweep, allowing the Marlins only 1 run in the 3 games. Final score 1-0. Padres Live, brought to you by Cox, is coming up. Mike.
Pitching and defense. Pitching and defense. The keys for the Padres the entire series. You're going to see the best of all of it. Jason Marquis, a great day. All the Padres highlights. And you're going to hear from the manager, Buddy Black. We'll see you in moments.